The sound of splintering would echo across the frozen backyard like a warning shot. He stood there in silence, watching years of preparation collapse in minutes. For 3 winters, Daniel had quietly built a stockpile behind his fence: firewood, generators, sealed food bins, everything his family needed in case storms cut power again. The HOA had never objected. Not once. Until that morning, when a clipboard-carrying woman pointed and ordered workers to tear it all down. She claimed it violated community aesthetics. No notice. No vote. No discussion. Just destruction. Neighbors peeked through blinds but said nothing. The woman, known for her smile-less stares, reminded Daniel that resistance would mean fines he couldn't afford. But what she didn't know was that Daniel had already noticed something strange about the luxury homes rising behind his property. Trucks came at night. Permits never appeared publicly. And the fence they destroyed? It wasn't just a boundary. It was proof. As broken wood lay scattered across the snow, Daniel made a quiet decision. He would not argue. He would not protest. He would wait. Because sometimes, the best revenge isn't loud. It's documented. And what he was about to uncover would expose far more than a destroyed winter stockpile. Daniel didn't confront the HOA again. Instead, he started watching every delivery. Every late-night construction light. Every rushed meeting. The luxury homes behind his land were advertised as exclusive community upgrades, but Daniel noticed something off. Their foundations crept closer each month. Too close. When he checked old property maps from his purchase years ago, the lines didn't match what now stood outside his window. He requested HOA records. Denied. He asked for permits. Delayed. Then fines arrived, daily penalties for non-compliance, even though the stockpile was already gone. The pressure was deliberate. They wanted him exhausted, broke, and quiet. What they didn't expect was patience. Daniel hired an independent surveyor using money meant for repairs. The survey took hours, flags lining the snow like silent witnesses. When the results came back, Daniel read them twice to be sure. The luxury homes weren't just close to his land, they were on it. The fence destroyed weeks earlier had marked the true boundary. By removing it, the HOA erased the most visible evidence of their mistake. Or so they thought. Daniel realized the story was bigger than him now. This wasn't about a stockpile. It was about power, silence, and how far authority would go when no one pushed back, and he was done staying silent. Daniel submitted the survey to the city without emotion, just facts. Then he waited. Within days, inspectors arrived. Clipboards replaced arrogance. Measuring tools replaced threats. The HOA board suddenly requested meetings, claiming miscommunication. The same woman who ordered the fence destroyed now avoided eye contact. City records revealed something even worse. The HOA had fast-tracked approvals by submitting altered boundary data. Not only were homes built on Daniel's land, but emergency access routes violated safety codes. The luxury project was no longer impressive. It was illegal. Construction halted overnight. Yellow notices appeared on doors. Residents panicked. The HOA blamed contractors. Contractors blamed paperwork. And Daniel watched from his porch, calm and steady. Neighbors who once stayed silent now whispered apologies. They admitted they were afraid. Afraid of fines. Afraid of being targeted next. Daniel understood. Fear spreads faster than truth, but truth lasts longer. The city launched a full investigation. What began as a destroyed winter stockpile had triggered a collapse of trust, money, and authority. And the HOA, once untouchable, was now exposed under fluorescent lights. Still, the hardest part was coming. Because power doesn't surrender quietly, the HOA fought back with lawyers and letters, claiming Daniel was misinterpreting technical data. But documents don't lie. People do. As hearings progressed, it became clear the board knew exactly what they were doing. Emails surfaced showing discussions about temporary boundary adjustments. Temporary, until someone noticed. And someone had. Luxury homeowners demanded answers. Some faced losing parts of their homes. Others realized their investments were built on deception. Anger turned inward. The HOA president resigned. Then another followed. Daniel testified calmly, never raising his voice. He spoke about preparation, responsibility, and how the stockpile wasn't clutter, it was survival. He explained how its destruction wasn't enforcement. It was distraction. The city ordered immediate compliance. Homes built on disputed land were shut down pending resolution. Fines reversed. Daniel's record cleared. The HOA's authority suspended. For the first time since winter storms years earlier, Daniel felt warm, not from firewood, but from justice, yet he knew the story wasn't over. Because consequences don't end with rulings. They end when lessons are learned. And this neighborhood was about to learn one the hard way. Construction fences surrounded the luxury homes like quiet confessions. Property values dropped overnight, residents demanded refunds. Lawsuits stacked up. The HOA's once polished image fractured beyond repair. What they sold as community improvement was now labeled misconduct. Daniel rebuilt his fence, stronger and clearly marked. He restored his stockpile, this time openly. No one objected. No one dared. The same neighbors who once avoided him now waved, some even helping carry supplies. The city required land restoration agreements. Parts of the luxury development were dismantled. Others redesigned. The cost was staggering. Through it all, Daniel stayed measured. He didn't celebrate. He didn't boast. He simply lived, because the real victory wasn't watching others fall. It was proving that preparation, patience, and truth could stand against intimidation, and when winter returned, storms came again. Power went out. Roads closed. And the neighborhood that once mocked preparedness came knocking on Daniel's door. He shared what he could. Justice, after all, doesn't have to be cruel. The HOA officially dissolved months later, its name removed from signs. Its authority erased. A new, transparent council formed with city oversight. Rules were rewritten. Records made public. Silence replaced by accountability. And Daniel? He declined every invitation to lead. His role was never control. It was balance. The woman who ordered the fence destroyed moved away quietly. No speeches. No apologies. Just absence. Daniel stood one evening by his rebuilt fence, watching snow fall gently over land that was always his. The stockpile stood ready, not as defiance, but as foresight. What began as destruction ended as exposure. What was meant to weaken him strengthened an entire community. And that was the twist no one expected. The investigation concluded with permanent city oversight and restitution orders that reshaped the neighborhood forever. The luxury homes stood altered, but the lesson stood intact. Daniel never sought revenge. He sought truth. And truth dismantled arrogance brick by brick. The HOA learned that authority without honesty collapses. Neighbors learned that silence has a cost. And Daniel learned that standing firm doesn't require shouting, just evidence and patience. What started with a destroyed winter stockpile became a reminder that preparation is power, and quiet resolve can change everything, and that was the final twist in this unbelievable HOA story. If you loved the drama, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment sharing your thoughts. It really helps this channel grow.